Well, hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renee and we're baking for our market stand today. I do gotta bake. I got a list here. Had to write a list. I got lots of stuff. I've got we gotta do chocolate chip cookies, and I'm gonna do a real nice chocolate chip walnut cookie. We're going to do peanut butter cookies, and I'm also going to use some peanut butter chips in those cookies for my market stand. I need to do 4 loaves of white bread, 4 loaves of wheat bread, and 2 pans of big batch brownies. So, we got a lot to do. And I'm hoping I can get all of this done today. But first thing first is, it doesn't take my bread long to rise at all. So that, I don't have to start that right now. I want to get the cookie batters or the cookie dough started and both done so that I can just work on baking these cookies off while my bread is rising. So the first one we're going to do is peanut butter cookies. And this is a really good recipe that I use for my market stand, and they just fly off the shelves. These are good cookies for bake sales, you know, all that. You're gonna love this. Now, because I'm doing such a big load, I'm gonna use my Big Daddy mixer because I am going to double this. And these will make a lot of cookies even in a single batch. So doubled, I'll make a nice batch. Because I put 2 cookies together, I package them with 2, and that's how I sell them. And they fly off the shelf. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put all our, everything but our flour, salt, and baking soda. We're going to put all that in here and get it mixed because my stand is in my market stand. My stand is in my pantry. Okay, and I'm going to put my garbage can right here because that'll be easier for me. All right, so with this, I'm going to use this entire jar of peanut butter. And it's separated, but that's all right. It'll all mix in when I get it in there, if I can get it in there. There we go. We're getting it. Yeah. All right. You know, this one just isn't cutting it. That's just not going to work for me. I need this big, heavy one. This one will work. There we go. Okay. I didn't think that would be so hard, but all that oil separated, so peanut butter was dry on top. Okay, we got that. We're getting rid of that. Okay, now we're going to put a couple eggs in here real quick. Beautiful. Now we're going to do 1 cup of Crisco. You can do the butter flavored Crisco too. I'm just using this plain right now. Maybe. I got eggs on my fingers. Oh my goodness. I hope this is not how the rest of my day is going to go, friends. I can't get that open. Something as simple as this. And you know, my thumbs don't work so well. I got it. I just had to get a hold of it. Okay, 1 cup of Crisco. And I'm not going to worry about this because I'm going to use all this Crisco eventually. So I'm not going to worry about, I'm not going to be able to use that either. I wasn't going to worry about all that Crisco. And now I have my other little, here it is. I was just going to use that dirty rubber spatula, but it won't fit in here, so 1 level cup of Crisco. There we go. Perfect. Ha! My day is going to be like this. We're going to be all done baking. Okay. Set that aside. Now, we're going to do, what is it? 2.5 cups of brown sugar. This calls for all brown sugar, no regular sugar. So, I got a 1/2 cup here. So we're going to do 5 of these. There's 1 cup. And you want it packed. 2.5. Beautiful. Okay, now we want vanilla, 2 tablespoons of our vanilla. Perfect. And I use my shelf-stable milk. I use this milk for my mochas, my iced mochas too. It's wonderful. 1/3 cup of milk. All right. That's all we're going to put in here. And we're going to take this in to the pantry. You're going to stay here, but I'm going to run this into my pantry and I'm going to start mixing all that up. Okay, so that's mixing. I'm going to set this aside because we'll use these for, I'll need to wash these up, and we'll use these for the chocolate chip cookies. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to start my flour. I'm going to get all my flour and my other goodies right in my bowl so that I can dump it right in the mixer. Usually I put everything in there all at once and just let it go. It turns out wonderful. Okay, we're going to do 3 cups of flour, 3.5 cups of flour. I'm just going to guesstimate a half here. Beautiful. Okay, perfect. This is going to just sit right there. We're going to, not pepper. We're going to need 1.5 teaspoons of salt and 1.5 teaspoons of soda. And 1.5 teaspoons is equal to a 1/2 tablespoon. That's what I'm using. Okay? All right, that's all that requires. That's it for your peanut butter cookies. Now I am going to put probably a good 2 cups maybe even 3 cups of the chips in there once I get everything mixed up real good. So I'm going to give this a little mix. I'm going to take my spatula. I'm going to go put this in the mixer with the wet ingredients, and I'll be right back. Okay, friends, I decided just to bring you with me. This thing weighs about 125 pounds, so it's not like I can, you know, move it from one room to the next. I'm going to get all that in there. You don't have to do, when you're using this big of a mixer, you don't have to mix in stages. I don't even put it in stages. I usually put everything in there at once and then mix it. But for the sake of this video and to show you, I just separated it. Okay. That is mixed up really good. So now what we're going to do is I'm going to throw my chips in here. This is a half cup I'm using. I think that might be enough. Let's mix this and see. That's going to be a plenty. All right, it's mixed up. I will meet you back in the kitchen. Okay, friends, we've got this dough finished. So what we're going to do is I'm going to put it in this bowl because I want to do my chocolate chip dough before I start baking these off. So that way when they're baking, I can be putting my bread together. All right, beautiful. Let me scrape this really good, because I'm going to wash this out. There we go. All right. I'll get that cleaned out. But this is going to sit in my sun porch where it's cold so it can chill while we get the chocolate chip done. That turned out beautiful. Okay, friends, now we're going to do our chocolate chip. These are chocolate chip walnut cookies, but I'm using hazelnuts because I'm out of walnuts. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 1 stick and a half of butter. You want room temperature butter. Just a half of this one. Perfect. Okay. Now we're going to do 3/4 of a cup of brown sugar. And you want half brown sugar. Okay. We need a half cup of white sugar. All right. Okay, so now we're going to do 2 eggs. Your eggs should be room temperature, but mine never are. So we want 2 eggs in here. Okay, and then we're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla. And that's it for our wet. So we got butter, brown sugar, sugar, eggs, and vanilla. Okay, we're going to go and let this mix up and I'm going to come back and we'll put our dry together. Okay, friends. So with this, we're going to do 2.5 cups of flour. I got a 1/4 cup here, so I'll do 2 of them. All right. Perfect. Oh, it feels nice to be back in the kitchen again. And I just got to get this going, friends. I just got done having a whole house full of company. So we got some catching up to do. We're going to do baking powder. We're going to do 1 teaspoon. I'm going to do this side because the other one's wet. We're going to do a teaspoon of salt, or a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And we're going to, I got to get my baking soda. We're going to need a teaspoon of baking soda. Okay. Perfect. Give that a little bit of a mix. And that's all set. All it is for your dry ingredients. So I'm going to put this away while that finishes mixing, and then we'll go in there and put the rest of that together. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to lower this. This makes it easier to pour this in there. All right. And then all we'll have to put in here is our chocolate chips and our nuts. So we'll let that mix. Okay, friends. We're going to do 2 packs of chocolate chips in here. These are just the small packs. I don't know, they're probably about 2 cups. You know what? No, I wasn't supposed to put that many in there. But of course, that's how my day's going. Let me see if I can take some of these out. Please take a cup out. Beautiful. Thank God I didn't mix them. Okay, that's all. I'm going to get out of there. Goodness sakes. Life happens, though. All right. We're going to do 2 cups of nuts. 2 cups of chocolate chips and 2 cups of nuts. Okay? Beautiful. Now we'll mix this up. Nicely. Okay, friends, I'm going to let this mix a minute. I'll meet you out at the kitchen. We're going to set our oven to 350. Okay. Get our trays ready because we'll get these baked off. We'll get the oven working for us, and then we can get our bread going. Okay, so now what I'm going to do with these is make them about yay big. Pretty good size. These are like jumbo. You can make them bigger too. You could weigh them out and make 6-ounce bakery style cookies. But these wind up being very, very large. So I just do mine 6 on a tray. so they don't all roll into each other and they turn out nice. Okay? This is a bakery recipe, and literally this recipe is supposed to make 8 cookies. So these cookies would be like that big around, enormous. I don't need cookies that big, but I like to put 2 jumbo cookies together, and then I sell them for a few bucks, you know, and it does work nice. Okay, so there we go. We just have to wait for our oven to heat up. You don't want these to sit in there and wait like I do with my meat and my casserole dishes, because this is baked goods and that needs to be at 350 degrees. So once that reaches that, I'm going to stick these in there. These are huge. Not as big as what the recipe calls for, but these are jumbo cookies, and they're going to go for about 12 to 15 minutes. And then when they're done, we'll pull them out and we'll give them a try. Okay, friends. Mr. Wayna came in here and snatched a cookie before I could catch him. So, I tasted it. They're wonderful. I'm going to show you how wonderful these are. And these baked for probably about 15 minutes, 16 minutes. Aren't they wonderful though? Beautiful. And they really taste good too. Alexa, stop the timer. Didn't shut my camera off this time. These are so good. Those are going to have a little ways to go. Alexa, set a 5-minute timer.
5 minutes, starting now.
Perfect. Yes, these are good. These would be good with coffee. These will sell quick. They love my cookies. And, hang on, those are so good. I do like that. Those hazelnuts are good in there. But they all tell me they love my cookies with their coffee in the morning. So I got to keep them stocked. These are going to go over well. I'm going to finish chewing. Okay. Now, because I had a house full of company today, it took a couple hours out of my day. So I think the only thing we're going to do today in this video is these cookies, so I can get them packed up and put in my market stand.
Good morning, friends. I'm going to try one now.
You sure want to try peanut butter one?
I'll go in a minute. Oh, these are good. Well, not really. I should try another one.
Ooh, that one's still warm.
Ooh, those are no good. I won't sell them.
You gonna take them all home? You let the cat out of the bag the first try when you said, those are good.
They're good when they're fresh.
Yeah, they're still warm. You gotta come over here so I can see you. They missed seeing you.
Should be putting me in a chicken coop again.
I put her in a chicken coop. Look at the house. It's all painted.
Oh, that looks nice.
How you like these?
It's right, right up in here.
It took us a little over a week to do it all. Except I didn't paint my wall of fame.
Oh.
I won't do that. So, I'll make you a cup of coffee. Save your cookies.
Okay.
We'll see you in a little bit, friends.
Bye, folks.
Okay, friends. These are so easy for me to wrap up. I'll tell you. I package them in 2s. And then I misspoke earlier. I said I sell them for $3. I sell these for $1.50 a piece. That's it. I just wrap them just like that in twos. And then I got a real nice label that I put on them, and you'll see that. But these wrap nicely, and then that label holds them all in. So let me get all these wrapped up, and then we will get them labeled. I'll get them in their little cookie baskets, and I'll get them out in the market stand. When I get the market stand all filled up and ready to go for the spring, I will bring you along and show you just how nice it looks and how full I can get it. 14 peanut butter cookies, so I got 14 labels. So I just do 2 count. That's all I do. Because see, they're already, you can see it, the market stand, they already have everything on them. Perfect for my cottage law. And then I just write the price and how many there are there. Or if there's one, the weight. That's it. So what I'm going to do, remember I showed you where I flipped it over and I have the plastic there, that seals it up. That's all I do. It works out really nice. This is the best way to package stuff for a bake sale. And it works well on my market stand. And I get my labels from a company out of Ohio called Hoover Design. They don't have a website. They just, because they're on Amish operations. So they do have a phone, and they will send you their pamphlet for their, their little catalog, their pricing catalog. So if any of you, actually I should just put it in my description box, just in case somebody would be interested in buying some labels from them, because they do a very nice job. Mine are just black and white, plain and simple. But for like a roll of, these are half gone. A roll of 500, I pay like just maybe $13. It really is fairly inexpensive and very, very affordable. I love them. Now, I just put them in baskets just like so. And the tag is on the back. And these will be gone in a matter of a couple days. These will not last at all. But that's all right. I'll just put them just like that. And that's going in my market stand just that way. And the same with these. Like so. Okay, friends, so these cookies are beautiful and they're delicious. I will list the recipes in the description box for you. I know I had a day figured out and planned ahead to make breads along with these cookies, but I had unexpected company and that brought that to a screeching halt. So we will start in tomorrow morning doing our breads. So you all have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging out with me in the kitchen. Give these cookies a try. Your family will love them, and they freeze well. You can even freeze the dough before you bake them. I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, friends, thanks for watching.